name's Colin, for anyone who doesn't know. And it's been about 20 years since I came to the Lord. Came to the Lord in New Plymouth, just on the waterfront there in New Plymouth. I just talked to Pastor Brian, who was handing out pamphlets, and he asked me a few questions. And first one was, do you believe in God? And I said, yeah, I certainly believe in God. I'd actually had quite a few things happen to me when I was young that made me understand that there was a God. And so I firmly believed in him. Then he said, do you believe in the Bible and the churches? And I said, no, I didn't believe in that at all. But he kept on talking to me about speaking in tongues and the Holy Spirit, and that I hadn't heard before. So that got me coming along to a meeting. First meeting, like a lot of people say, it was just like coming home. Just stepped through the door, it was the right place to be. It was the right, and I could tell God was there just from that. Then I came to the first full meeting with the spiritual gifts, and that sealed it for me. When I heard the spiritual gifts, I had lots of ideas and thoughts running into my head, and the spiritual gifts were answering those questions. And so I knew it had to be of God. And sure enough, after about 3 weeks, I put my hand up to get baptised. Felt like a bit of a hypocrite, really. Didn't feel like I deserved it. But nonetheless, as soon as I got baptised, that feeling left me. I knew I'd done the right thing. I knew this was the right place to go and the right way to be. And so long story short, about 6 months later I received the Holy Spirit. It's a bit of a journey for me because there's a few things that I had to let go of. One of them was that I had to be ready to let go of my family. If they didn't come, they didn't come. And that was a hard thing for me. In the years since, though, I've managed to talk to a few of them, and strange things have happened. Talking to family is quite hard sometimes, but the Lord's made a few miracles happen that have just turned things around. And a few things happened to me in the Lord. One, I had celiac disease quite badly for about 3 years before I came along, and I really hated it. I did diets. I can't do diets. I'm just kidding. But that was driving me balmy, basically. So about 6 months in, after I got Spirit-filled, I started praying for it earnestly. I said to the Lord, right, I'm going to pray and fast for 3 days, because I know you're going to heal me. And sure enough, at the end of the 3 days, I just started eating normal foods, and the Lord had healed me. Been gone ever since. Other things that happened to me, when I was young, I also had clinical depression quite badly. I would get it every single year, and just nothing you can do about it. It just happens. And a few years while I was in the Lord, it came back to me just temporarily, and I didn't know what to do. But then again, I thought, well, what is there that I should be doing? And so I came to every single meeting, no matter how I felt or what was happening. I just kept on going and kept on trusting the Lord, kept on listening, and talked to Pastor Wayne and Martin Hill, and all they did was just give me good scriptures about what the Lord wants to do for you and how He wants to heal you. And that's what brought me up, and I got healed of that depression, and a few other things happening here and there. Had some amazing times where I've just trusted the Lord, and the Lord's delivered me. One of them was last year when my dad actually passed away. I went up to the funeral, first funeral I've had in the family, second I've had in the family, in my memory. Just poor. But I didn't know how to handle it. All I knew was that I just had to trust the Lord through it. And you get all these things that You know, people sharing their opinions, oh, you're always going to be sad, there's always going to be problems, you're never going to get over it. But one of the things I've learned when I've been depressed was that you don't trust other people's opinions, you trust the Lord. And the Lord sees who can deliver, and I just trusted that. And sure enough, as soon as I did that, I felt so much better, the weight just came off my shoulders, and the Lord took me out of that as well. I just want to say,
Amen.